Okay, so let us get started for today. And I know that there has been a lot of movements, and as I'm sure that you guys could actually see that on your own. So let us get started for today. So as you guys could see that since yesterday, prices has been going down from the Tuesday market, which has been breaking down the 3,300 support briefly before it has been able to rebound on the market. And I think that has been kind of a theme on the market where prices eventually rebounded on the market. So as you guys can actually see that the market has actually been relatively slow. So since last night market movement, we have been just seeing that prices have a slight rebound before prices continues to drop. Oops, where is it? So after prices goes up a little bit, slight rebound, prices continue to go down and move on this certain range. And it seems that prices is right now on the intersection, whether prices will try to break out the resistance or will stay back into this downtrend channel and it's likely to test the low. Me personally, I think the chances to go down low is much higher, depending on the trend right now from what we have been seeing, because so far from what we are able to capture on the market movement is prices has been relatively slow. The momentum has been weakening and it's showing signs that prices is likely to drop on the market. So based on the trend and based from what I've been seeing so far on the market, I'm pretty much seeing the chances for prices to go down is much higher. So I would say I'll be careful if you guys are thinking about doing longs on the market right now. And if you guys are thinking about doing longs, I would suggest maybe you guys could rethink your positions, or if you guys do make long positions and what you guys considering is to mix, it should be safe to try to aim for 3298, 3297, but more than that, and maybe nearing the 3,300 mark, I think it would be a little bit pretty dangerous sign of the market. So I'd say be careful if you guys do trades on those directions. Me personally, I see that chances that at the end of the day we'll see that prices will be likely to go down lower on this market, guys. So that's why, and so far from what I've been seeing, it's going to happen in that kind of directions on this gold market for tonight, guys. And certainly for the long-term perspective, I've already been always telling you guys how it has been moving. Chances for prices to drop is much higher because we've already been seeing prices touching the highs yesterday at 3,350, and we haven't been able to see prices returning towards that area since then. And it has already been testing it for this week twice at those prices. So I think the chances for gold prices to go higher is a little bit limited. It's not entirely not possible, but the chances for that to happen is slightly much lower on the market. So I will definitely be careful to try to trade on the long side, but I will be much more careful and try to see where are the best circumstances for us to actually start thinking about doing shorts on the market will be the best thing. So personally, I usually will be waiting for more confirmations in the market, meaning I'll be letting the charts to work its magic and giving us more confirmations in terms of candlestick before I'm able to make some moves on the market, because I don't want to get in too early. Sometimes getting too early, sometimes it could be a good thing, but at some point of time you haven't got the confirmations and we have already been kicked out of the market with a false breakout and anything. And as you guys know, that is part of the market movement. It could happen in that kind of direction. So I usually around this case I'll be waiting my chances, especially not a lot of market events happening right now and prices have started to slow down too, guys. Alright, and definitely if you guys have been following the news, most of the tariff has been announced, so not much of an event could be happening from that side of the market anymore, I believe. So I won't be seeing any big problem from that side on the market. And with that kind of scenario, today the Reserve Bank of New Zealand has decided to hold its interest rate. Not a big surprise, but again, it's a big event coming out from the central bank this week alongside with the Australian Central Bank. But other than that, I'm not really seeing much for now. Okay, so around these hours, I'll be expecting that the market will be a bit slow and nothing much for now, guys. Alright, so if you guys are enjoying your time here and get a little bit of insights what you guys could be expecting, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and likes. And certainly if you guys do have any questions about the market, just drop in the comments, guys. Alright, and later on I'll be discussing what's happening on the silver market. And just to give you guys a little bit of snippets, actually nothing much has changed on the silver market as usual. We are seeing that silver market has been relatively slow and trading on the sideways area and not really giving much of a move for tonight as well. So expect that not a lot of chances and not a lot of movements should be happening around here. But long term wise, the uptrend is still intact. Prices are poised to go higher on the long run for the silver market. It's a little bit different from the gold market. But again, the gold market, as usual, could be offering us something that the silver market could be offering, which is the momentum on the short-term basis is always reappearing on the market every time of the market movement. So I think that should be one of the great events happening on the gold market, where short-term wise there is some movements that we could take use and make some good moves out of that too. Okay, so prices has been relatively slow and testing the resistance again right at the top of the uptrend on the downtrend channel. So I think this is the sign. Probably we also start to see that the US dollar index should be rising from what I could be seeing here. Yes, it is. So that's why we started to see some pressure forming on this gold market too. So I think nothing much special or big things happened on the market. So it's a very particular movement from this kind of situation. But again, I will be waiting to try to see out how the market movement works at the next candlestick to get more confirmations, because if we are trying to chase the market too earlier, I think it could be a little bit dangerous. So I will wait out, try to see how that goes. Okay, so nothing much has changed. I would be a little bit cautious and not try to act too fast on the market, because entering too soon it's likely to be a little bit dangerous, and I'll be waiting for more confirmations. Alright, so let us discuss a little bit on what happened on the silver market. Okay, so last night on the silver market, I think it's been very clear that we are also seeing a very similar sign from that kind of market, because if you guys are watching carefully, we have been seeing that prices yesterday has been dropping quite fast on the silver before it recovered some of its gains, and from that itself it's been pretty clear that the silver market movement has been relatively weak, because the momentum has been showing that since the closing price last night right around here, prices has been ultimately ranging, but the tendency is likely to be weakened if you guys are watching. So I think for tonight, maybe we'll be expecting very similar reactions also appeared on the silver market, rather than a possibility that prices could start to go higher, because so far tendency for prices always reject and hitting the resistance every time prices are going back on the support area. So based on this kind of movement, I'll be expecting that the most likelihood scenario is we are going to see prices will be ranging, but certainly with a little bit of a tight range, in a certain sense that it seems like it's like in ascending triangle, but it's not really giving us any chart pattern, rather than the weaknesses that we have been seeing so far that has been occurring since the last few days on the market. So if you guys are watching carefully, you guys can actually see the tendency has always been weakening, and I think good chances could be appearing, but with the very tight ranges it could move, it will be possessing a pretty big risk, and that's why I still prefer to trade on gold, where sometimes you guys could actually get some room for the movement to have some potential to make some gains with a pretty calculated risk as well, rather than the ones that we could be trading on the silver. Yes, that's true, but it will be much riskier than usually, guys. Alright, so definitely that's why I'm still focusing my points here on the silver market, because on the short term wise there is still some chart patterns that you guys can actually look, even though it's a little bit tighter than the usual wicks, but again there is something to work out on rather than the silver market. Alright, so I think it is primarily we started to see that the gold market movement also starts to slow down, contributed by the strength reappearing on the gold market movement, guys. So as you guys could see, with the US dollar index starts to re-strengthen of the market after earlier on it has been moving on a rather sideways. Right now it has turned to be recovering its earlier strength, so we'll try to see how this plays. But certainly the direction is clear that for now US dollar index will be likely to go stronger, and these are the chances to do the shorts with this kind of price movement already, guys, since this is what we are practically waiting for since just now. So with this kind of candlestick, I think this could be possessing a pretty good chances to do short with a relatively safe risk management on this kind of market. So definitely yes, you guys could consider to do the trades right there with this kind of market movement. Okay, so I think there are the chances could be continue weakened. If we are still seeing that the US dollar index goes stronger, the chances for prices to start weakening could reappear on the market. So like I said, there are the chances where we are started to see that prices are weakening. So you guys could try to test at higher price if you guys do the short and limit your risk right around 3298. Should be a little bit safe for now, guys. Okay. Alright, so let us discuss what is happening on the US dollar index. So as you guys know that a lot of updates has been happening on the market, and one of the first and the clearest things are showing us on the market is we are right now seeing that the US dollar index has been able to maintain its price above $97.30 around there, and it has been showing us the possibility that the US dollar index could still maintain its strength. And that is a very important key point on the market if this continues to happen. And why I'm saying that, because if with this kind of momentum ongoing, especially after all of the updates on the tariff, it seems that there's a likelihood that the US dollar index will be maintaining its price around the current prices that you guys are watching. And with this kind of possibility happening on the market, there are chances that we could be seeing that the US dollar index will be hovering around these prices on the long run first before it could continue to drop on the market. So what kind of scenarios that we are talking about? So right now, like I've already been telling you guys, a possibility of a false breakout could be existing first, meaning we'll be seeing a very long candlestick on the upper side of the candlestick. So long wick on the upper side of the candlestick, and most likely we could see that prices will be trying to break out around $97.50 like the ones we are seeing yesterday, but it will be weakening again eventually. So that's why we have been seeing prices has been hovering around $97 towards $97.50, but it hasn't been weakening much, because I believe this is actually building up a very good possibility for the US dollar index to slowly drop down in the future, because every drop on the market needs to have a healthy rebound, and with a healthy rebound coming, we should be able to see that the continuity of this downtrend movement on the long run. And yes, just for today, it seems that the strength will likely to reappear. First of all, if we are seeing based on the price actions, prices are going higher together alongside with strong volumes. So I think that is a pretty good indications on the market where prices goes higher together with high volumes, and that is certainly a good scenario on the market. And second of all, based on this kind of market movement that we have been watching, US dollar index will likely to remain in a little bit of these elevated positions for the end of the week, before maybe next week we'll start to see the possibility of weaknesses starts to appear on the market on the US dollar index chart. So that's the view on the market, hasn't changed much. Possibility false breakout maximum could be hitting $98, $97.80, but I'm not really seeing it could be surpassing more than that when most of the news has been out. And again, that this week biggest news should be coming out from the FOMC meeting minutes, but not more than that. So I'll be expecting that the gold market should be likely to stay weakened on the market, guys. Alright, so the view is still pretty good for today. It's going to be strengthening a bit. For this week, maybe it will be testing the resistance, $97.70, $97.80. But afterwards, next week, it could be starts to weaken. And with that, I think I'll be expecting to see that the gold market for tonight will be slightly under pressure with the strength reappearing on the gold market, and at the same time, based on the price actions that we have been seeing so far, the tendency has been slightly weakened over the course of the market, and we are likely to see the possibility that prices will try to test the resistance around this price, and will likely to try to go down lower, guys, on this chart. Okay, so if you guys do have any questions about the market, you guys are welcome to chat me on the discussions. But if you guys are enjoying your time and don't have any questions, glad you guys understand everything and got the insights that you guys could be making and using on your trades. Certainly you guys could give us a support by giving us a thumbs up and likes, and don't forget to share this video with your friends or anyone who is interested to learn to analyze the market. Okay, later on I'll be discussing on other commodities, but for now, since we have already been discussing what has been happening on the US dollar index, I would love to get in touch with the US dollar index first, because I think there could be something interesting on the currency strength charts against the US dollar index strength. So if you guys could see, as of now, we haven't been able to see a lot of great movements appearing on the market. As you guys could actually see it on your own, that prices has been relatively under a slow movement for most of the currency, especially after the initial strength reappearing on the Australian dollar, reappearing on the New Zealand dollar after yesterday has been going quite strong. It has appeared to remain weakened and stable, but at the same time, today we are still seeing that US dollar index has been the strongest movement coming up on these hours, and one of the main reasons behind it, I believe, should be appearing on the market, because you guys can actually see that most of the other currency today has been a little bit mixed after the announcement of most of the tariff decisions, and we are starting to see there is some pattern emerging as of now. So if you guys are watching carefully, you guys can actually see that the euro has been a little bit weakened together alongside the Canadian dollar. But meanwhile, most of the other currency has been relatively stagnant and close to neutral for today. So for instance, the Australian dollar has been moving in that direction, same as New Zealand dollar. But with a little bit of strength is actually coming up from pound sterling, Swiss franc and Japanese yen. But again, the tightness of this movement won't actually allow me to be a bit confident to do more trades on the market, and certainly I'll be a little bit careful before considering to do the trades here, because with this kind of market movement, the tendency is slightly not to give us a lot of actions on the market, and the possibility for prices couldn't move much is much more likely to happen on this kind of events. So for now, I think I'll be avoiding the trades here. Possibly good moves could be coming out. Let's say you guys are trading against the US dollar index, where we are seeing that the weaknesses are right now appearing on the euro side, and together with the Canadian dollar side, maybe there could be some chances there. So I'll be showing you guys, so you guys can get a little bit of sense what you guys could be expecting for today's, from the strongest and the weakest pair, and combining it up together, you guys couldn't actually see a lot of movement there. So I'll be expecting that the market movement will be relatively slow too on those markets. So without further ado, let me get into it and show you guys what is actually happening. So with the Canadian dollar weakening, we should be expecting that it just happened over the past 1 hour. So you guys could see actually the breakout just did happen, but the momentum has also started to slow down after breaking out on the US dollar Canadian dollar chart. And I believe it's also the same thing happening also on the Euro USD, where initially that's been quite strong, but again afterwards we have already been seeing that prices has been relatively under pressure, but again it has rebounded, really showing that the tightness of the market movement that we are seeing today. And even worse, on the Euro USD, we have been seeing that the prices has been relatively ranging over the past day on the market, guys. So the ranging movement has been very clear, and nothing much to say on this kind of market movement, guys. And definitely I think I'll be focusing more to try to see out how the other currency or how the other trading assets will be moving. For instance, on the gold market side, could still be some good opportunities, like I've told you, to see that prices has already been testing the resistance and failed. Possibly we could see some great movements could be appearing from this market, or maybe we could actually start to see maybe all could be offering us something good. So we'll try to see out how that plays. Certainly it's still too early to say. We still got some times before we actually start to see that the market movement will be much faster on this market side. Alright, again, I've already been telling you guys the possibility of weaknesses, and I'll be guiding you guys throughout the market. And right now we'll be seeing that prices will be testing the support area at around 3290 area over the next few minutes, I believe, as long as prices keeps on weakening. So we'll try to track it and give you guys updates what's happening on the trades here. Alright, so if you guys don't want to miss out on this kind of trade with a very clear trading plan, you guys might as well check out my video descriptions or my profile if you guys are interested to get to know what are the details on how to execute this kind of trades on the market, guys. Alright, So if you guys are interested to get more insights tonight, I'll be sharing more informations with you guys on my VIP live sessions. So if you guys are interested to know what happened in terms of the tariff side and also other events happening on the market, okay, so I'll be sharing more insights with you guys, what has happened since yesterday market and what are the implications for today. So one of the biggest issues I think will be coming out from tonight, cash rate decisions, and two, tariff updates, and more to come. Okay, so if you guys are interested, you guys are welcome to check my VIP live sessions, and you guys could get more access on it through the link on my profile. The video descriptions as the same, so you guys could ask on access on my VIP live sessions, and I'll be sharing more insights with you guys later on tonight. Okay. Okay, so as you guys could see, prices has relatively remained weakened, but it's been a slight move. But again, we have already secured a good positions, and this could be a very good trade on the market until the end of the day. So we'll try to see out how this plays. Personally, I'm still a little bit optimistic to see that prices will continue to slow down, especially after what we have been seeing happening on the market, that prices is likely to weaken. So there's still some chances for prices to go down, and pay attention on the market movement on the US dollar index. So US dollar index has still remained quite strong for today. Nothing much has changed from that side. And we should be able to see some signs of weaknesses also starts to appear on the silver market too. So prices is trying to go higher but failed. And again, market movement in silver is a little bit tricky, just to show you guys what's happening. And my main focus should still be on the gold market, guys. Alright. Alright, in a moment I'll try to take a look what's happening on the oil market, since I've already been giving you guys a lot of updates on the oil market, and it seems that the analysis has been going well, where we have been expecting to see that the oil market should be breaking out higher than $69 and reaching towards $71 in the next few days. And it seems that $69 has already been hit, and if you guys have been following the analysis, congrats. I'm sure that you guys have been able to make some move, especially after the breakout that we have been talking about since yesterday on the market. So if you guys are joining our live streaming sessions, I'm sure you guys will be getting good tips and insights on what are the possible good market movements that could be appearing on the market. And I'm sure if you guys have been following us yesterday, I've been sharing with you guys my analysis on the gold market as well. Yesterday, I'm expecting that prices of gold should be under pressure, and it also has happened too. So definitely, I'm sure you guys won't be regretting following our live streaming sessions, as there's a lot of things I'm sharing with you guys, what kind of expectations you guys could be setting on your market trades and securing profits on the market together with us too. So I'm glad if you guys have been following us and joining us. I'm sure you guys have been able to make some good trades out of the market analysis, and even sometimes I'm even sharing pinpoints where you guys could be actioning and doing some trades on your trade positions too. So I'm sure most of you guys should have been happy with the analysis so far, and not just for today, not just for yesterday, but most of the time too, guys. Alright, so hope you guys don't miss out on most of the informations, and don't forget to click the follow and subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on key important informations that I'm sharing with you guys on this live streaming sessions real time before it starts to move as usual, guys, because sometimes movement could be even much faster than you guys are expecting, and prices has already been moving far away on the market, guys. Alright. Alright, so let us take a look what has happened on the oil market together. Alright, so yesterday it has hit our price target at $69. Congrats, right at the resistance before prices slows down and again hits the resistance and slow down. So what does that actually mean on the oil market for the next few days, as we still have Thursday and Friday, and seeing how the reactions on the oil market even after such a big event from the tariff hasn't actually affected much of the oil market. What could we be expecting on the market on the oil side, especially with this kind of a very positive movement that we have been watching so far? So I think one of the most important thing and the clearest thing that we are able to extract out of the market, it seems that the tariff deal hasn't been affecting much of the oil market, and certainly that it is likely to be seen that countries will be negotiating and try to work out the best deal so that both economies, both countries between US and other trading partners around could be getting good benefits out of the tariff deals and could continue to progress in their economy. And in that kind of sense, there is a possibility that is the biggest likelihood with how the positive reactions coming up from the oil market. Because if there's an economic slowdown, tariff war could be re-escalating, we shouldn't be seeing that oil market will be reappreciated as the ones that we are seeing as of here. And right now, based on that kind of possibility, there are good chances for oil to continue to go higher with this kind of market movement, and I'll be expecting to see that oil market will continue to go higher. And why I am pretty sure to say that, because one of the clear signs that we are able to extract out of the market is the very clear momentum we are seeing right now on the oil market, where after the post breakout we are actually looking at a good chances that prices are actually continuing its uptrend movement, even though it's slightly a bit faster than expecting it initially. But overall, the market movement has been pretty good. We are seeing good signs that prices is likely to go up and trend higher, despite right now it has been out of the uptrend channel, but the track to go higher is still very much existed, and the track is still there for prices to continue to go back higher than $69.50 especially. I'll be expecting this is a healthy pullback after prices goes up pretty quick. But again, the eventuality of this market movement is pretty much likely to be positive, because so far from what we are able to get out of the market movement has only been positive moves, and I'm expecting this positivity on this all market movement to go higher will likely to be continuing on the market. With this kind of market movement, I'll be expecting for the oil prices to continue to go higher, hitting back $70 and $71 at its primary target for the next few days or weeks, guys. And again, I'm expecting to see that this will be a healthy pullback. I'll be waiting for more consolidations to come, get a much better point of view on how the market is moving and try to execute trades. But it hasn't changed much, especially after the breakout $68.50. I'll still be optimistic as prices hasn't been actually far away from our initial breakout point of price at $68.50. And again, long-term market movement likely to be having a really huge sideways, but for now I think prices will try to break out $70 could be the main price target for now. And since prices has been able to go far away from the sideways area after the breakdown, I'm expecting to see that the all market movement has a long runway to go on the higher side after breaking down and touching the support area at $66 on the last few weeks on the market, guys. Alright, hope you guys are paying close attention. I will be waiting for more movements to actually determine my position on the market. I'm still particularly optimistic to see that the gold price movement on this all market could continue to go higher. Alright, so I'm optimistic. Let us see how this market movement will be going next. Alright, so right now let us go back on the gold market movement. and track what has been going on since our initial recommendations to do shorts at 3,294, and even at some prices has even gone back high at 3,296. And definitely, if you guys have been doing the trades, I'm sure you guys should have been backing 80 pips since we start recommending your trade positions on the short case on this gold market. So if you guys don't want to miss out the ones that we are sharing here, we are actually profiting as well on our premium side of our groups. Okay, so if you guys are curious how I'm executing my trades in terms of risk side, in terms of reward side, you guys are welcome to click the link and be profitable together with us on the market, as I'm expecting to see further drops on the market. And we are right now on the way to test the second profit target area that we are seeing too. Okay, so far the gold market has continued to drop, and it's likely it's a positive reaction, especially after last night tariff updates. And again, I am expecting to see a similar movement happening on the silver market, but it's not going to be as clear as the ones that we are focusing on the gold market, as you guys could actually see. Again, next price target should be near the support area at the 3,280 area. So if you guys are still holding your trades, I am expecting to see further drops to go on this market movement. So if you guys have been able to make some good profits with us together on the live streaming sessions, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, follow, subscribe, and share this video with your friends or anyone who is interested to learn how to trade and make some good money together with us on the live streaming sessions, guys. Alright. And again, if you guys do have any questions on the market or any requests for you guys to see what kind of markets that you guys haven't been able to look, or you guys are interested, you guys are welcome to ask me and let us take a look together and analyze together on the markets with you guys too. Okay, so later on I'll be getting into it. It seems that prices will be slowing down first before prices will be testing the lows. And again, as long as we have already been securing profits, I think that is the best thing. And I am still expecting to see more market movements as usual, so I'll be waiting and try to see how come the further drops will be going next on the market. I'm still expecting those kind of results too. But again, after a big drop, a healthy rebound, but afterwards I will be expecting to see continuous drop on the market, guys. Alright. Okay, prices are rebounding, and we have already been analyzing what could be happening on the oil market. So I think we'll try to focus when and how the possible price rebound could be happening on this oil market side. And if it does build a very good consolidations, maybe right around $68.80, maybe I'll be pulling the trigger to consider to do some long positions on this oil market. But so far, I'm still waiting. I haven't seen any sign. And the most clear signs that are still appearing on the market is likely to come from this gold chart, guys. So I think we should be able to see that further drops should be appearing coming up from the gold market, guys. Okay. Okay, so to give you guys a little bit of updates, the US dollar index has relatively remained stronger but hasn't moved even further more. But again, with how things has been ongoing, the trend has been showing that prices will be slowing down. The tendency for prices to drop is much higher, guys. So that's why I am seeing good chances for the short to come more to go. Alright. Okay, prices continue to drop. We'll be seeing prices testing the 3285, 3282 area of this support for today's low, and if prices broke down below that, good chances we can see prices will be testing a price area at the 3260 area for today. But it depends on how the market movement continues, and if prices continues to drop, good chances for that to happen, guys. But again, I'll be focusing to try to see how prices will be reacting at the 3280 area for today, guys. And if there's a further drop, I think it's going to happen at later hours rather than inside the live streaming sessions, guys. So I'll be expecting that prices should be slowing down around this price, and more action should be coming at later hours, guys. Alright. Okay, price movement has relatively remained the same on the gold market, and again we'll try to see out how this plays. It's going to take time, and I'm expecting that market should be slowing down a little bit around this hours, guys, especially after such a drop and not much of a change happened too. But again, the directions and the momentum is clear. Prices is going to continue its downtrend, guys. That couldn't change more on that side. So if you guys are interested to get to ideas of how you guys could trade the market, check out the link on my profile and chat me. You guys want to make profit together with us. If not, if you guys are interested to get more insights on the market that I'll be sharing on today's update, welcome to join us on my VIP live sessions, and you guys could get access on it by clicking the link on my profile or the video descriptions to get the access on it, guys. Alright. Okay, like I've told you guys, prices will be slowing down. So if you guys aren't patient enough to hold your trades for another few hours, I would suggest you guys could take some of your profits here, because I will be expecting that prices should be slowing down, testing the support first before prices continue to go down lower. But again, surprises could come in the market, and if the momentum is quite strong, it will be happening faster than expected, guys. So patience is much required to hold for longer hours. But if you guys are satisfied with the results that you guys are able to get together with us during the live streaming sessions, take some of profits and hold the remaining for later hours, guys. Okay, it seems that the momentum is still ongoing. Prices are testing the lows again for this hour, so we'll try to see whether prices could immediately test the lows for today, but I'm afraid it's not going to happen pretty quick on the market, guys. The lows for today is right around at 3282, guys. Alright, so we'll see how prices will be reacting until the end of our live streaming sessions for tonight, guys. And our live sessions could be over in a quarter of an hour, so we'll try to see how prices will be changing until that. and I think maybe I'll be giving you guys a little bit of an idea what's happening on the equity indices and how you guys could react towards it and what kind of positions you guys could consider to make, especially after what has been appearing on the tariff updates, guys. Alright. Okay, so prices has been breaking down this hour's low, and I'll try to see whether prices could be hitting 3282, 3283 area until the end of live streaming sessions, because with this ongoing momentum, there's a likelihood that could happen pretty soon on the market. So we'll be watching very closely and update you guys if there is any changes that could be happening on the market, guys. Alright. Okay, so with the remaining time, let us try to take a look what is happening on the equity indices, because one of the things that I could be looking equity indices tariff updates has been out, things has been going much positive. So as you guys could see, it has been recovering if you guys have been watching closely the equity indices side, and I think there are chances for prices to continue to go higher once you see the daily charts. Prices hasn't been dropping much, instead it is considered a healthy correction, and I think the chances for prices to continue to go higher from here is pretty much high. And the consolidations, even though I'm expecting to see that prices immediately to go higher, but certainly there are some things happening on the market and we need to factor in on those signs to say prices are likely to go higher with this kind of market movement, especially with all those volatility in factor. Prices has been relatively stable, shows something big is happening on the market, and it's likely for us to see this kind of market movement will be continuing on the market rather than a short movement. So with this kind of possibility, I think we are likely to see that prices will continue to go higher, especially after such a positive market reactions that we are seeing on the market. And again, I will definitely be expecting to see further continuity on this kind of market movement. If not, we should be able to see that market movement will be slightly slower first before heading up higher in the future. And I'm very much optimistic to see how the market movement has been moving on the US 100 side, because not disrespecting other stock indices, on the US side, US 500 has actually been consolidating and has actually been moving better too after consolidating. So I don't really see any negative signs are appearing, and instead we are actually seeing chances that prices could continue to go higher coming out from this kind of market consolidations. So it's all good stuff, nothing much to worry about, and I'm very much optimistic to see that prices should be starting to go higher from here onwards, guys. Alright, so that's my view on the market. And don't forget the Dow 30 on the daily charts. Prices seems a little bit much volatile, but again, we are very near towards the pretty decent market movement happening from here. So my view on the stock indices has been very positive and very bullish, and I'll be updating you guys more on my VIP live sessions tonight. So if you guys are interested, join me on my VIP live sessions. Ask for the access on it through the link on my video descriptions on my profile. Right, as more market movement is much better here and giving us a very clear indications on how the market movement is be. Immediately and test the support at 3283 very soon. Prices has continued to drop right at the end of our live streaming sessions, and if you guys have been making 100 pips of profit together with us on this live streaming sessions, as we have been recommending to you since on the early part of our live streaming sessions, congrats. And I'm sure you guys could be waiting and trying to see how deep the prices could be going down lower, because if you guys have been following me since the early live streaming sessions, I've been telling you guys that tonight's the momentum is likely to go lower, and we have been seeing that kind of possibility is very much likely wide open on the market. So if you guys are enjoying your time and have been making good profits, you guys are welcome to join and make together profitable trades together with us on our premium site, because on there we are sharing premium trading ideas that you guys could use together and make some good trades together with us on many. Come to join my premium signals and make good trading ideas and profitable trades, and you guys could get all of those for complimentary. So head up on the link on my video descriptions on my profile and join us, make good profits, guys. All right, so let me give you guys a little bit of a recap on what you guys could be expecting for tonight. Okay, okay, so we're up in a few minutes. Oh, if you guys wanted to get my trading ideas, you guys are welcome to click the link on my profile and make good. Clear prices is likely to go down over, and we have already been sharing with you guys since the early part of live streaming sessions, and I will be expecting to see that prices will continue to drop in the market. So that is definitely one of the things I'll do tonight. So make sure you guys pay attention on that. If you guys are patient, hold it for the swing trade for that price action tonight. Next, on the silver trade here, you guys got try to aim for $36.40. And again, the movement is very much similar with gold. Prices should be dropping together alongside with gold on the silver market. Meanwhile, on the oil market side, I think it's pretty clear. I've been waiting for a rebound, and it seems prices has been rebounding. Maybe I'll be switching my focus next on this oil market movement. And I see that NZD and AUD is weakening while the euro is also weakening. So I think the euro USD trade could still be going well, but again, you guys need to wait for more confirmations and better risk management here. But again, the chances are there on the currency side. And again, stock indices, I'll be covering more on this on my VIP live sessions. So if you guys are interested to get the updates on those insights, welcome to join us on my VIP live sessions and click the link through that and ask access for it. But if you guys wanted to get, you guys could get it